ladies and gentlemen, squeaky chair intro. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to First Game of the Day, episode number 96. We are here on good old Scrapyard Dom. And I did have a topic, a thought, a conversation to be had today. And it was a simple one. Oh, that kid got to that corner real fast. It was a simple one. It's one, because you know how everybody always says to remaster Modern Warfare 2. And I firmly agree, and I'm firmly on that train. But it got me thinking, would a remaster of Modern Warfare 2 actually be successful? And I want to look at it in kind of a pros and there you are. I knew you were in that corner. I was looking for you. He's going to have to meet the Kimbo Rafkas real quick. Give me a second. Alright, we're struggling here, but we'll get going. But back to what I was saying. If you look at Modern Warfare 2 and you look at what made Modern Warfare 2 just utterly amazing, brilliant, every other great adjective that I can think of to talk about how much I love this game. There were its counterpoints. And I don't mean counterpoints in the sense of negatives, because any negative in this game, I don't think is truly a negative. I'm in a bad spot. I'm going to back up. But so, I guess we start off with one of the things that I'd be worried about. And it's the community. The Call of Duty community is very good at voicing their concerns of anything that's broken ever in a game. Which we all know Modern Warfare 2 had its fair share of broken things throughout its time. Okay. Fair share of broken things throughout its time. You know, noob tubes. One-man army noob tubes obviously is the main one that everybody would always point at. But you look at the models that shot across the map. I mean, you look at... I'm sure there's plenty of other ones that are not coming to my head right now, but those are the first two that I think about, right? Like, just overpowered things that, you know, this community, that anytime something is even remotely too strong, they aren't exactly the fondest of it. But then, once again, you look at the counter, and the counter that I have for it, and maybe it's different for everybody else, but the counter that I have is, like, it made the game more fun. Like, it was awesome being able to run models that shot across the map. Like, that was so fun. And even though noob tubes are the most aggravating thing, if you watched any of these episodes, you know how often I get tubed in these. But it's part of the game. It's a giant thing. I'm one trigger tapping kids with the M16 from across the map. That's not overpowered. You know? Stopping power not being a thing anymore. Was stopping power a perk that got pushed out of Call of Duty because people didn't like it? Because I thought it was a great perk. You can use every single gun in the game because of this perk. Nothing was ever bad. And this guy really didn't have to prove my tubing point so quickly. So I guess my first concern would be the community on if a Modern Warfare 2 would work. And I'm talking like the newer breed. Anybody who played this game when it was out, I'm sure would be perfectly fine seeing it come back. And then my other thought, in terms of like a worry that I have for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, is how would today's players work on this game? And what I mean by that, and I guess this goes back to the community again, so I'm sorry I didn't really change topics yet. But when you look at today's players, everybody wants to be an MLG pro, for lack of a better phrase. And so you have kids jump shotting all the time. It's like, how would everybody would want a ranked play in this? So would you do a ranked play? I mean, there's so many things you have to manage and work with in terms of like the newer wants and interests of this community. Gameplay wise, does the gameplay too slow for current Call of Duty? You know, a lot of CODs now are rapid in reality, and like in the way their gunfights go and in the way everything works together. But in terms of positives, I would probably say that a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered would bring back such a large player base. For example, once again, this gameplay is really doing a great job of my planted players proving my points. But sniping. Sniping was easily at its peak in this game. And I would obviously will gladly be corrected if I'm wrong. But, you know, you had all the kids who... This is what kids wanted to do back then. Nobody wanted to be a comp player. Everybody wanted to be a sniper. Everybody wanted to get feeds. You know, it was great. It was so fun because everybody had something in this game. And I think that's what is a great positive about it. My issue is would it work now? I think yes, but I don't want to let, you know, it's an age-old response to any time somebody brings up something that you enjoyed in the past. It's like, nah, it's just your nostalgia. It's like, I don't think it's the nostalgia of Modern Warfare 2. I just think this game was brilliant, personally. That's why I'm still playing it 10 years, you know, 14 years later. Everything came out in 2009. But it's just all of these different things that lean into it and come about. I mean, having a nuke like this, with the way, would players be getting nukes like every game? Think of how good some kids are now. You know, little Jimmy with his headset blasted to 10,000 with SitRep Pro. I mean, granted, it can't be any worse than this COD. This COD is, you know, besides when you click on dead silence, but normal footsteps are the loudest thing on planet Earth in that game. So there's elements that we experience today, but, you know, noob tubes not even close to what they were. Sniping not even close to what they were. Broken things. I mean, like I said before, you could feasibly run, what's a gun that I'm sure people crapped on? An F2000. You could run an F2000, and or you could go into a game and see somebody running an F2000. And maybe it was for camos. Maybe it was because they actually enjoyed it, you know? If you go into a game now in Call of Duty, I would say max you see 4 guns run by an entire lobby. So once again, I guess another positive for it is the variety of this game. And I know this was kind of jumbled. You know me, I just plan a topic, whether it goes organized or not, it's a different story in the commentary. Everybody close your eyes. That was not a thing. I did not aim that poorly. But let me know what you're thinking. Would a Modern Warfare 2 remaster work? Because I'm hoping. I'm hoping one's coming. Because I would be absolutely ecstatic. Or a Black Ops 2. Just give me something. Give me one of the top quality ones from years past. And I'll be happy because I don't know what more there is. But 31-28, about as balanced of a game as you're going to get. Thank you for tuning in to the first game of the day. Until next time, be well.